Hi there, and welcome to this product review on the wearable stem cell activating patch called the X39 from a technology company called LifeWave that was developed by the inventor and founder David Schmidt in early 2020. Now, this year, LifeWave is celebrating its 20th anniversary. So David's patches are not a new development, as there are many other patches we all use here as LifeWave members, and I will touch on a few of the other ones here in a testimonial story shortly. But I wanted to emphasize that LifeWave has been doing great work for a long time. Hi, I'm Suzanne Roth-Paul, and I'm so excited to share with you this unique product that is well known specifically for age-reversing qualities. But as I will demonstrate today, the many benefits will simply astound you. I'm also the author of the Poisons in Your Pantry ebooks, and for the past 15 years, I've been educating and inspiring others to get the toxins out of their bodies and adopt a healthier lifestyle so we all can live our best lives no matter what our age. Now, I want to emphasize it hasn't been an easy task for some of us to do this aging gracefully thing until now. And why I'm doing this product review and want the X39 in your wellness toolkit. Everyone I've shared these patches with are so grateful, not only because of they work, but because they can afford them. Now, I'm not kidding. Wearing these patches literally costs less than a cup of coffee, a cup of this very expensive coffees that we all are drinking today, and many of which are pricey and not benign. So you too can afford these, and you can't afford not to be using them in today's toxic world. Now, my hope is you'll be inspired after this review to try this patch right away for yourself and share this video with anyone you know, especially if they're suffering alone and in pain. Now, maybe this is you who can relate to what I'm going to share now. Because when I do these live talks, everyone has asked me to share my success stories. So now I want to share a picture of a few of the foods that are harming so many of my clients and causing chronic symptoms. So you'll see here some classic, typical junk food that many of us are probably eating far too much of. And what's been happening when my clients have come to me, they are usually midlife and women, and they have put their careers ahead of their health, and they've leaned towards a lot of these foods that are desperately harming their bodies. And so they come to me with a lot of, I don't really like using the word addictions, but they come with a lot of addictions that their bodies are addicted to and cravings that are really hard to break. So what I will be sharing is how these patches have been able to help them get off of these get their cravings, under wraps and just start eating healthy again. And I also want to mention that the Coca-Cola is just really doing a lot of harm. They're already a harmful product, but we've got diet sodas and we've got zero sugar sodas. And let me tell you, those two are rampant right now with addictions for most of our population, a big percentage of them. And when anything that says diet or no sugar, it means that if it's sweet, it's been loaded with chemicals. So here are some of the symptoms eating these foods have caused a lot of my clients, and probably you if you're eating a lot of them. Weight gain, hip and knee pain, stomach, throat, and brain symptoms that are causing terrible fatigue, restless sleep, and lack of motivation. These are really big issues, folks, and I want you to realize that that's what these ingredients in a lot of these foods that are in my Poisons in Your Pantry ebook that I created that are harming us. And when we get people on the patches, it's helping to calm down all of these symptoms. So the other thing is high stress. And these foods, it's not only high stress from your emotional issues, it's from your physical issues. So these kinds of foods cause high stress in the body, even though you can't feel it or touch it or say that it's stressful. The body all of your cells are being intoxicated by these harmful chemicals. So this has been the main thing that I've been able to work on with my clients because their hormones have gone wacky. And as I said, they've got lots of pain and discomfort. And, it's hard for you to stop these habits. And so we know that you get terrible symptoms from it. So what I've been able to do is patch a couple of these folks with the X39. We always start with that first. You're going to understand the benefits of it here in a minute. But the main thing is we're using a patch called the Eon, and we're using a patch called SP6. And these two patches are really powerful, and even more so when they're combined with the X39, because the SP6 helps balance hormones and get your body into a level of homeostasis so it can start making better decisions and your brain can start functioning properly. Because if you don't have healthy hormones, you don't have a healthy body. And the Eon helps calm the nervous system. And so I just mentioned stress as the food you're eating, from the environment you're living in, the toxins that you're breathing every day and consuming, that this is really helping calm the nervous system. It's helping with anxiety, stress, and all of these, catastrophic situations that are harming so many of us today. And these folks, once they get on the patches, they start feeling better. And when they start feeling better, then they can listen to my request and follow the ingredient poisons in your pantry ingredient list that they need to get out of their kitchens and out of their pantries and out of their life. And so it's been pretty powerful using these in combination. And I definitely wanted to mention that these other patches are, as I said, even more powerful because of this new technology that David has created with the X39 patch. So my next question for you is, have you been patched? Have you been patched yet? So I have been patched for 3 years now, and as I mentioned, the benefits have been astounding for myself and for others. Now, what happens if you are going to be wearing this patch is you're going to elevate, activate, and regenerate your own stem cells, and because they go dormant, and we'll of course going to dive into that as well. You're going to experience a level of health and vitality that you've not experienced since you were in your youth. And the biggest one that is the biggest benefit to me and to all my clients is no more pain, sleeping through the night, and having more energy while you're reversing age. So these are very important benefits that all of us are experiencing by using these patches. Now, this image just shows a placement of where the X39 can go, a very good location behind the neck for a meridian point for circulation and immune support. So, do you know that your stem cell activity declines with age? Now, this is the main reason for so many chronic issues today. Your cells are toxicated with pollutants that are from the environment and from your foods. And again, go back to those pictures I showed. We're all culprits of loving a container of French fries or potato chips. And if eaten on excess and daily, this is the harm that you're causing your own cells. Now, the fewer the stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. Hundreds of millions of people are experiencing symptoms of aging every day. And I like to say it's not old age, you guys, it's old toxins. So you can reverse a lot of these symptoms by stopping eating these foods that are causing all this inflammation and damage. Now, here's a quote from David Schmidt. As we age, the stem cells in our body become less and less active. And by the age of 60, which is my age right now, the stem cells in our body show very little activity, becoming slower and slower, releasing less of the very important growth factor that we are needed to repair our bodies. And why I'm so grateful to be wearing this patch, because of the amazing things that it's done for my own health in the last couple of years. Now, by the time we're in our mid 70s, we're showing almost no stem cell activity at all. And this is why older people have a difficult time healing from injury, because you get hurt and all of a sudden it takes weeks to heal from something that normally would just only take a short time, a couple of days, even to a week. And that's because our cells are sluggish. They cannot perform to get in there and do the healing work. And here's a little quick LifeWave disclaimer that I want to mention that's very important about how these patches work, because they actually they're non-transdermal. So they don't even go into your body, and there's nothing that goes into the body. They're just simply applied to the skin or on your clothing. They don't have to be even put on your skin. And so we're not really, LifeWave is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. Always consult with a physician or other qualified healthcare provider before embarking on a new treatment, product use, diet, or fitness program, because these are actually just messengers and they're telling your body what to do to heal itself naturally. So I want to talk about how this LifeWave technology works. Now, I indicated that these patches, they're non-transdermal, but it's based on a type of light therapy called photobiomodulation. Now, LifeWave patches contain very specific combinations of organic materials and nanocrystals in them. And here's an image, I'll show you about the size of it. This is what they look like, and they have an adhesive back. So they're not very big, and can be very indiscreet on your body, or very discreet on your body. And when applied near the body, they are activated by our own body heat. They then begin to emit very specific wavelengths of light that stimulates a targeted and beneficial biochemical response in the body. Photobiomodulation is the basis for our LifeWave phototherapy patches and technology. So to dive a little bit deeper in how these patches actually work, once the signal gets to your stem cells, they activate a peptide called the GHKCU copper peptide. Now, this is what activates your stem cells, and this is the holy grail of age reversing, this copper peptide. And many of us just don't have enough copper in our body, and this is a way of helping to support that. Now, it's clinically proven to enhance overall health and vitality. There's a National Institute of Health has a whole website on the many benefits of this copper peptide. I highly recommend you go and Google it to learn more. But we are doing a lot of this healing work with these patches. And just to name a few, a couple of very important things that I really love about this website is talking about how it helps heal the liver and stomach lining of our guts. And we know that you must have a healthy gut to have a healthy brain, and therefore to have a healthy body. And so this is one of the things that helped me tremendously. Was I had a lot of health issues when I started on X39 that were on the outside of my body, a very bad skin rash. Well, it took about 6 months or longer for me to be able to see results on the outside, because my gut lining was messed up by foods I was eating and toxic burden loads, and my liver needed some love as well. And this is what this patch has been able to, this copper peptide is able to do when it's activated. It also has powerful cell production actions, such as multiple anti-cancer activities, anti-inflammatory actions, as well as anti-anxiety, anti-pain, and anti-aggression. Powerful for the brain and our mind. Okay, so who is the man behind this amazing product? Well, that is David Schmidt, who I mentioned earlier, who's an inventor, founder, and the CEO of our company. Now, he has over 130 US patents, and he's a scientist and inventor, loves to be inventing. He's always got something new up his sleeve. We actually have a new eye cream that just came out that has this incredible copper peptide in the cream that you need to know about, and I'm so excited to be using it myself. He's a two-time recipient, Advanced Technology Award winner from the International Hall of Fame. So what's so incredible about David is his story. Now, how did Lifeway first begin? Well, the original idea came from his work developing survival equipment. He was trying to create ways to help the Navy SEAL crew members of a mini lab stay awake for 30 hours without the need for drugs. So he started looking into natural ways to increase energy in the body. Now, that investigation turned into 3 years of research, which culminated with the first LiveWave prototype, the Energy Enhancer Patch. And as we go to the next image here, the Energy Enhancer Patch is what really launched LifeWave. And this gentleman here, Richard Quick, who is a 6-time United States Olympic swim coach, he is the person that actually believed in David enough to see his vision and try these patches on his swim team, at Stanford swim team. And as you can see, shortly after the Stanford University team broke 8 of their personal 6 of the 8 members broke their personal lifetime records. And that's really huge, especially when we're not allowed to, or these athletes are not allowed to use stimulants or drugs to enhance their performance. And these patches proved perfectly safe, that they weren't doing that. They were just helping the body do what it does naturally. Now, shortly after, the team members were spotted wearing the patches on their bodies, and this is what propelled LifeWave into the national media spotlight. And thousands of people came forward to join LifeWave after that. So that was back in November 10th of 2004, and that was when LifeWave became the first initiation of LifeWave becoming a direct sales company, which I'm so proud to be a part of as a director of this company, and as a manager, and as a person that really represents this company and is able to share with all of my community, especially as a health coach. So the science behind this technology is pretty incredible as well. I'm just going to touch quickly on the fact that there is a patent that is on the X39 that proves that it does what it says it does, which is to elevate a copper peptide when worn. And it's got lots of backing with 80 research and over 80 research and clinical studies, lots of science and clinicals behind this. And I'll touch quickly on a scalp topography map that was done on a brain scan of a 77-year-old woman to prove the power of this patch. And she had you'll see here on the left, we've got a lot of red and yellow in the session number 1 image. And this is what her brain looked like before she started on the patches. Lots of inflammation, which is indicative of the red and yellow colors. And then after 3 weeks, she started to improve greatly. You can see that most of the inflammation has been reduced. And by 6 weeks, all, if not most, has been reduced considerably. And she probably had a lot of cognition issues. And what we find with the X39 use, some people are one patch wonders, and the next day that they've worn it, they start feeling energy and brain clarity right away. Some of us take a little longer. But the point of it is, we know that inside this patch is actually doing amazing healing that you may not notice for a while. But this was a really great testimonial for all of us to see that these clinicals are proven. And one other thing, he was told to get a younger subject so that there was no question about whether this worked or not. And he said, no. We want this to be about age reversing. He wanted to use an older subject. So it was really great proof in the pudding that this works, that this product works. Okay, so we've touched on some of the benefits of this technology, but I do want to mention here that what's happened a lot with my clients is rapid pain relief. The number one thing that X39 is so great for, as well as Eon and a couple of these other patches, but in combination, they are the bomb. That so many are getting the knee joints that from being, especially if you're overweight, hip pain, back pain, any sorts of injuries you have from exercising, the relief is very quick normally. The inflammation is also another big one that most of us have, because when we are unwell and we have a lot of pain, the inflammation is so bad that that's one of the reasons why we don't heal as quickly, because we've got such inflammation. And all of it, you guys, is being triggered by your diet. So all of those foods I mentioned earlier, for all of my clients, once they got them out of their diet, they started noticing their pain mitigating, their brain clarity was better. And then they could start appreciating what the coaching that I'm giving them, and that these products really do work, and in conjunction with a healthy diet. Another big one is supporting wound healing, and again, it goes hand in hand with pain and inflammation reducing. Um, as I said, energy and vitality is something that a lot of people experience right away with the X39. Mental clarity, we saw that with the 77-year-old woman. She probably had a lot of incredible benefits once she got the inflammation out of her brain. Enhanced sports performance, you saw that with Richard Quick, and faster recovery from exercise is a favorite. Now, the other is, of course, improved skin appearances, which is my favorite. And with this new skin cream that has been launched, we're going to all see major improvements there as well. Okay, so now we've talked about the outside benefits of wearing this patch. Let's talk about what to expect on the inside of your body, because frankly, we all know that good health is an inside job. So the first few days, you will expect to have over 4,000 genes reset in your body. And let me tell you what's so important about that, besides being an incredible benefit, to using this patch, is that your genes are responsible for how your body functions and performs. So not only are we activating this copper peptide to start the healing, we are actually getting our genes to support us even more. Now, within 6 weeks, the brain becomes more balanced. We talked about, anxiety, depression, mood issues, and that's something that was very paramount in a lot of the clients that I start working with when they're inundated with these chronic symptoms and toxins in their body. It affects your brain and therefore your choices. Now, within 3 months, your collagen is increased, which is, again, improving skin tone, improving nails, hair, skin, you name it. We all need that. Decreasing wrinkles, hair growth increasing, which is my favorite, and it's been one of my favorite things about using the X39, increasing structural integrity of both your skeletal and muscular systems. So who would have guessed that has so many benefits? Now, within 6 months, there's been some recent studies done. 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years just using 6 months on the X39. So really powerful with chronic heart issues that we're having today. And I have a 99-year-old father who's 100 next month that we're so grateful that I have this support for his chronic heart failure that he has. He's healthier at 100 than he ever was at 97. So David likes to say that this product is not about anti-aging, it's age reversing. And we all agree by just sharing some of these testimonials with you and the talk about the benefits, that how powerful this product is. So I really do appreciate you staying with me until the very end, and that you learn the value of these patches that go beyond just age reversing. And the power lies in not only being affordable to use, but valuable, as they keep us out of the doctors and specialist offices, and that keeps the cost down. And then you've got, when you go to these doctor's offices, and especially if you have to go get treatments regularly for acupuncture or physical therapy, they're very short-term solutions, and the patches will give you long-term solutions. And I just want to mention that I carry my patches around in a little pouch like this, all divided up into the different patches. And when I have an emergency, we go to my patch kit, or my patch, it's not a medicine cabinet, a patch cabinet, and I don't have to go run to the doctors anymore, because I was the queen of pain, and I had to run and see every specialist in my area that I live in prior to starting on these patches. And I'm not serious. I'm serious. I don't have to do that anymore. And it's such a relief to know that I'm healing at the same time. If there's an emergency, I know where to go. So I hope you reach to whoever invited you here to learn more about this technology and how to order this amazing product. My team also has a wonderful website to peruse called yourteaminmotion.com. Now, also, if you want to know more about me, and I am your source for the information that you're watching here, you can reach out to me at secrets-to-radianthealth.com is a website. You'll find all more LifeWave information and other things that I represent as a health coach. And also, my Poisons in the Pantry ebook right now is on special. So if you're interested in knowing about that, I've got it slashed half price, and it's already affordable. But I'd love you to peruse it. I have a freebie as well to help you understand the toxins in your life and see how they're harming your bodies. And last but certainly not least, please remember, you are what you eat, and what you put on and in your body affects your health. So make sure it's healthy and harmless and supportive, just like the X39 patch. Bye for now.